Welcome back to the Silverdine Baseball Complex as we get ready for the final game of this three-game series, and it'll be a rubber matchup between these two ball clubs. Carson-Newman winning game number one here today after losing 12-4 yesterday by a 9-8 final tally. And Tyler Shaver gets the baseball from Coach Tom Griffin to begin the third game of this three-game set. Shaver making his 64th career appearance, and Blake Bean's in there, and he takes ball one down and in to start off this game, and we are underway here at 3:34 p.m. Right-hander pitches, Bean swings, lines one, straightaway center field. McLean back to the wall, and it's a leadoff home run for Bean. Boy, that's a easy way to start off this ball game. Bean homers for the second time today, and it's a 1-0 Lenoir-Rhyne advantage. That's what this team does. Top 5 in the country in homers. And Bean launches number 17, now tied for second in the nation in home runs. So here's Cole Laskowski, and the first pitch to him is a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. LR has now scored in the opening inning in each game this weekend. Laskowski takes a slider on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Right-hand pitcher against the left-hand batter. 1-0 LR here in the first. Shaver pitches. Laskowski dribbles one foul up the first base line. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That missed outside, not by much, though. Right-handers 1-2. Hit back up the middle to his right. Gibbs gets the backhand, throws behind his back on the run towards left field, and makes a terrific throw to first to get Laskowski. Wow, what a play by Will Gibbs. He had a long way to go back up the middle with the backhand, was able to snare it. And then as he's running towards left on the grass of the outfield, made a throw to first to get the out. That's phenomenal by Will Gibbs. Here's Sal Caricato. He takes low and outside for ball one. Alrighty, against right-hand batter, 1-0 Bears. The pitch. That's way off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Caricato and McPeak due up here in this inning. With 1 out, nobody on the pitch. That misses low. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Righty pitches. There's a fastball on the inside corner for a strike. 3-1. Caricato drew 4 walks in game 1 this afternoon. 3-1. Misses low and outside, and that is the 5th consecutive plate appearance in which Caricato has drawn a walk. And that brings Tyler McPeak into the batter's box. McPeak is 3 for 9 this weekend so far, and the right-hand hitter will dig in with a runner at first base. 1 out. The first pitch from Shaver is a swing and a foul tip. Gloved by Bright. Eagles defensively in this one have Williams, McLean, and Potts in the outfield. Bose, Gibson, Gibbs, and Denton third to first. Bright behind the plate. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Blew it right past him. Counts even at a ball and a strike. Right-hander gets the sign from Bright. And here comes his 0-2 pitch. Slider is a good pitch way outside. McPeak swings and misses. Punch out for Shaver. That's his first. So home run, ground out, walk, strikeout. And Wade Kuda, who's 4 out of 10 so far this weekend, will stand in as a home run, one of the 6 that LR has hit this weekend. Shaver pitches, and that's a swing and miss as he beats him with a fastball down. That might be the only fastball that he gets to see in this at-bat. Righty against right-hand batter. Shaver working here out of the stretch. He pitches, and it's fouled straight back. That was a fastball, too. I'm surprised he went back to another fastball right after the first one that he threw. And he gets ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. Shaver looking to lock down after giving him the leadoff home run to Blake Bean. Right-hander coming set, the pitch. Kuda grounds it to third. Bose backpedals, picks between the legs, throws to first. That's inside, and it ends the inning. But LR is able to get the leadoff home run from Blake Bean, and we've played a half inning. LR leads 1-0 here in the 7-inning sprint to the finish line of this series. Step out for a break. Eagles on deck when we come back.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
AEC is a distributor for Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and warranted not to leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-lasting temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position. And the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment draining. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Leading off, number 26, Spencer Williams.
A multi-time all-conference selection, Josh Lanham. He is the starting pitcher for Lenoir-Rhyne in the series finale. He has a 1-0 lead in his back pocket, and he gets the start in the 7-inning ball game. Spencer Williams starts it off for the Eagles. In the right-hand pitcher's first pitch, Williams squaring to bunt, and he takes off the plate away for ball 1. Lanham last year gave up 5 runs to Carson-Newman in his start, but LR put up 14 in his back pocket, and that proved to be the difference. The 1-0. Breaking ball is on the outside corner for a strike. Williams was squaring around a bunt on that one as well. Eagles pretty much the same lineup. Only exception is no Nelson Smith. It's Ryan Potts in the lineup in this game. Lanham, the big right-hander, brings it up there, and there's a swing and miss, and Williams' bat flies over the first base dugout and into the grass. That was a pretty good swing if you're trying to shot put that bat over the dugout. And he counts it a ball and 2 strikes. He gets a new piece of lumber from his teammate, Will Gibbs, in the on-deck circle. He rubs his hands on the middle of the barrel. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball back up the middle. Picked up by a circling Laskowski. He throws to first, and that's in time to get Williams. Very nice play by Laskowski as he had to circle around that one to retire Williams. So the leadoff man retired for Carson-Newman here in the first, and it brings Will Gibbs to the plate. Gibbs will get his opportunity against Lanham. 1 out, nobody on. Eagles behind by a run. Right-hand pitcher Lanham ready to go. He brings it up there, and that's a fastball down and in for ball 1. Gibbs so far this weekend is 2 out of 8 at the plate. He's driven in a couple runs. The 1-0 stays a little bit up in the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Gibbs takes down and in. There's ball 3. Lanham needs a strike as he's in a 3-0 hole. The pitch. That's down and in. There's ball 4. Gibbs draws the 1-out walk, and that brings Carson-Newman's hottest hitter this weekend to the plate. James Denton has 4 hits in 8 at-bats. He's also driven in 3 runs, including the go-ahead runs in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Gibbs at first, 1 out. Lenoir-Rhyne leading it 1-0. Lanham lifts the leg and fires, and Denton fouls it off. And a little piece of the outer side of the barrel to chip it over towards the dugout. Right-hander Lanham coming set out there on the slab. And he pitches, and that one drifts way up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lanham comes to the high hold and now pitches, and Denton fouls another one off. That one just got a piece of it, fouling it towards the third base side. Throw to first base. That one gets away from McPeak, but Gibbs, who had slid back into first, unable to get up quickly enough. That ball didn't really get too far away from McPeak. And Gibbs, who's 5 for 9 in stolen base attempts this year, decides to stay put. A ball and 2 strikes the count here to Denton. The pitch, there goes the runner. It's a swing and a miss. Stober's throw down to second base, not nearly in time. It is a strikeout of Denton and a stolen base for Gibbs. So he gets himself in scoring position. Lanham gets his first punch out, entered 3rd in the conference in strikeouts. He gets another one here. And with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, here's Mitchell Ballant, who's 0 out of 8 this weekend. He has struggled against this LR pitching staff. Lanham's first pitch, well low, 1 ball and no strikes. Ballant overall for the season, his average has dipped now to .343. He still leads the team with 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. Can he get that bat back in gear? Here's the pitch. Ballant takes a changeup on the inside corner at the knees. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Carson-Newman's offense broke out, something that they absolutely had to happen in the first game. And yet again trailing in this series. 1-1. Ballant swings and misses on a breaking ball down. Just very uncomfortable against those breaking balls this weekend, and he has gotten a heavy dosage of those from this LR pitching staff. One ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Ballant rips this to left field. Going back, Bean leads back, falls to the ground. It bangs off of the warning track and then off the wall. Gibbs in to score. Ballant stops at second base. It's a 2-out game-tying double from Mitchell Ballant, his first hit of the series. Well, you got to credit Bean there. That is a terrific effort by Bean. He went all the way back to the wall and just elevated, completely left his feet as he hit the ground really hard. His hat came flying off. Even his glove came popping out. And the trainer is going to head out there to make sure that Bean is okay. And Bean's been such a good player all season long. And, boy, that was just a terrific, terrific effort by him to get out there. And Ballant will take it any way he can get him. And Carson-Newman, just like in game number 1 today, fall behind, come back inside. So the trainer seems to be satisfied with the conversation that she just had with Bean. He's going to stay in the game. And he has to get himself put back together as he had to locate his hat. And, of course, you fall on the warning track out there. That picked up a cloud of dust. Well, Zach Bose digs into the batter's box. Had a couple hits, including an RBI triple in Game 1 today. And Lanham will go to work in a game that's tied right now at 1 apiece. Right-hand pitcher kicks and fires. And there's a strike on the inside corner to get ahead at 0-1. Lanham last year, 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned. He threw 94 pitches. But he earned his 9th win of the season. His LR won Game 1, 14-6. One strike and nothing to count. Lanham pitches, and that one, a curveball that missed way outside. Ballant was way off the second base bag, but he's able to get back in there. Stober threw down to Laskowski. Well, it almost looked like that ball didn't come out of the hand the way that Lanham was expecting it to, and it's a good play by Stober behind the plate to ensure that he stopped that ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Bose. Lanham pitches. Bose chops it over the mound. Laskowski charging. He picks, throws it on the run to first base, and that's a second really nice play by Laskowski as he bookends the inning with good defensive efforts. And that is how the inning comes to a close. But Ballant's 2-out RBI double has tied this game up at 1 apiece. We go to the second rubber matchup of the weekend. Tied at 1 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Bryce Stober leads off the second inning for Lenoir-Rhyne, and he bounces the first pitch foul up the third base line against Tyler Schaefer. We're tied at 1 here in the series finale between these clubs as Schaefer pitches, and that one nearly hit the bat of Stober as Schaefer threw it right behind the back of Bryce, who's 6 for 8 this weekend against Carson-Newman pitching. And Stober was able to get the bat out of the way. Schaefer pitches now the 1-1, and it's slashed foul down the first base line out of play. Stober has scored 5 of Lenoir-Rhyne's 20 runs. The 1-2 pitch. Hit sharply past the shortstop, Gibson, and into left field for another base hit. That is hit number 7 this weekend for Stober. And boy, what a weekend it has been for Bryce. So now Zach Evans, and he's having the opposite end of the spectrum. He's 1 out of 10 this weekend against Carson-Newman pitching. Eagles and Bears tied at 1 apiece. The righty pitches and zips a fastball just off the plate away for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Shaver turns and throws to first base. Stober this season has 16 steals to lead the team in 20 attempts. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. And that hits the elbow of Evans, and he's aboard. So a hit batter after a single, and Lenoir-Rhyne in a good position now to get something done with nobody out, and the first 2 on for Maxwell. Maxwell is 1 out of 6 so far in the series. Corner infield expecting a bunt. Shaver pitches. Maxwell not showing one. Instead takes high and away on a fastball for ball 1. Shaver stretches. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And it's hit in the air out to right field. Potts will drift back. In front of the warning track, he makes the catch. Tagging at second. Heading over to third base as the throw comes over to third by Potts. Stober gets over there. The runner at first, Evans, did not take off for second. I thought he probably could have in that situation as well. That ball had such a high arc to it. Certainly had a chance to get over there, but instead elects to stay at first. And now Ethan Smith will bat. Smith has been a pinch runner in this series. Hasn't had an official at bat so far. So with runners at the corners and 1 out in a 1-1 ball game, here's Smith, the left-hand hitter. .316 hitter on the season. And the first pitch, he squares the bunt and takes a strike on a breaking ball down. Smith, 6 out of 19 as a hitter this season. He has 2 RBIs. Runners at the corners, and the 1-strike pitch coming here to the left-hand hitter. He squares the bunt. The ball is off of the glove on a pitch out. Coming home to score is Stober. And that's going to be a pass ball against Bright. So both runners will advance. Stober comes in to give out to have a word with his group. Heads back to the dugout after the Eagles had snapped a 3-game losing streak. Smith awaits as Carson-Newman again behind. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shaver pitches. That misses up and away with another fastball. It's 2-1. Eagles now 16-5 at home this year. And the Eagles back into the win column. Carson-Newman now 9-2 at home against conference clubs. Here's the 2-1. Misses down and in. 3 balls and a strike. Well, Smith, not a lot of at-bats this season. Three and 1 the count. Shaver kicks and fires, and it's hit foul down the third base line. Count holds at 3-2 now. Well, updating you on the earlier action. 1 strike and nothing the count here to Bean. Right-hand pitcher ready to go here on the left-hand hitter. Throw back to second base and back safely is Evans. No balls and a strike to count. Shaver holds and pitches, and that drifts down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike to count. Shaver checks second base and pitches. And that's on the outside corner for a strike as he gets ahead at 1-2. Shaver a strike away from ending this inning. The 1-2. Bean squibs one out towards short. Gibson picks, throws to first. It's in time to end the inning. But LR gets another run on the pass ball. And the Bears are back out in front by a 2-1 tally as we go to the second, bottom of the second, rather, here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Lenoir-Rhyne has scored a run in each of its first 2 trips to the plate. And now Carson-Newman, after scoring in the opening inning, will come to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. Ryan Potts starts it off. He has 1 at bat this weekend. That was a pinch hit effort yesterday, grounded out. And Joshua Lanham, after a 19-pitch first, delivers. And Potts hits one right back up the middle, snatched on 1 bounce by Lanham. He trots over to first and retires Potts. That's great reaction time by the right-handed hurler. Able to reach across his body and make the play, and that retires Carson-Newman's leadoff man on just 1 pitch. So with 1 out, nobody on, here's Dalton McLean. He's got 3 hits and 6 at-bats so far this weekend, including a 2-run single. Fastball misses inside against as Lanham throws. All-tournament team pick last year, an all-conference selection a year ago. And the conference's freshman of the year back in 2021. Right-hander Lanham pitches, and he drops in a good off-speed pitch to get ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. He's got the full complement of pitches as well. Fastball, curveball, changeup, and slider. As he, check that, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, another good over-the-top breaking ball. This time he gets ahead at 1-2. Right-hander Lanham working here out of the stretch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. And McLean shoots it into right field for a base hit. Well, Dalton McLean's starting to get comfortable as the temperature warms up. His 4th hit of the weekend. And it's a 1-out knock for Carson-Newman. And the Eagles with an opportunity now after McLean lines one into right field. So here's Aiden Gibson. Gibson's got a couple hits so far on the weekend. McLean takes off. He stumbles. The pitch misses low, and McLean's able to swipe second. Then the throw gets away from Laskowski. Kuda picks. He throws to third. That is not in time. How about the hustle of Dalton McLean? Call it a stolen base and then plus an error on the catcher, Stober. And he's all the way over to third. McLean's 10th steal of the year. The pitch to Gibson is on the inside corner for a strike. It's now 0-2. Well, McLean turns his one-out single into a triple by getting all the way over to third. 2-1, LR leads it here in the second. Lanham pitches, and Gibson hits one in the air out to center. Will McLean test Kuda? Kuda circles, makes the catch. His throw's coming to the plate. One hops on the mound. Stober can't handle it on a bounce. McLean slides in safely. Gibson gets the job done, and the Eagles have tied it up yet again. So the sacrifice fly from Gibson. It's another run home for the Eagles. And here's Spencer Bright. The right-hander pitches, and Bright stings one foul, third base side. Had the first multi-hit game of his career in game number 1 today. Lanham working here out of the stretch. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. Good curveball on the outside corner to get ahead at 0-2. Well, this is the penultimate weekend of regular season action here in the conference. And the right-hander Lanham fires. And Bright bounces one over the mound. Second baseman Laskowski picks. Throws it to first. It is in time to end the inning. That ball had some torque to it. It was squibbing all over the place. And Laskowski did a fine job of making the play to end the inning. Each team has scored a run in their first 2 trips to the plate. And through 2, we're tied at 2. To the third we go. 2-2 ball game here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Cole Laskowski leads off here in the third inning, and so far we go back and forth just like we did in game 1. 2-2 game here in the third, and Schaefer's first pitch is a slow bender at the knees for strike 1 called to Laskowski. Outed out to second so far in his only time to the plate. 1 strike and nothing here as Schaefer into his motion and pitching. And that's a fastball that is way outside for ball 1. Well, wrapping up things from around the league earlier, LMU winning 14-6 over Wise. Limestone beating Emory and Henry 8-3. And the late shift of ball games are underway right now as Schaefer misses outside with a slider. 2 balls and a strike. You have Catawba leading at 2-1 on Tusculum in the 4th. Here's the 2-1. Laskowski loops one into left field. That'll drop in front of Spencer Williams for a base hit. He's got his 5th hit of the weekend. And the leadoff man on base for the 3rd consecutive inning for the Bears. Mars Hill leading at Anderson 1-0. That game's in the 5th. And Limestone leading the finale 4-0 in the 3rd. Things getting tight around the league. And after Laskowski's base hit, here's Sal Caricato. He's walked in 5 consecutive plate appearances. Right-hander pitches, and Caricato takes strike 1 at the knees. Now, Caricato hasn't even needed a bat in these last 5 plate appearances. The Eagles haven't been able to really locate against this big right-hand bat. 2-2 in the 3rd. 1-strike pitch. Fouled straight back, and the count's at 0-2. Well, Lenoir-Rhyne's 11-game road winning streak is done. That was 2nd best in the country. Colorado Mesa's won 12 straight entering the weekend. Time called. And now Shaver back and ready to go. He's ahead at 0-2 to Caricato. The pitch. Caricato leans out, flips one foul off of first base. And the count holds at no balls and 2 strikes. Shaver now at 43 pitches in the game. Well, what an up and down last couple of years it has been for Shaver, in and out of the rotation, in and out of the closer's role. And in his final year of eligibility, Game 3 started, the 0-2. Fouled back once more. No balls and 2 strikes. There's a time where you could chalk up Shaver as one of the best in the league. At a 1.13 ERA when COVID shut the year down in 2020. Here's his 0-2 again. That's down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And in 2021, had a 3.58 earned run average in 12 outings. But these last 2 years have not been very good for Shaver, but boy, is he getting right at the right time. 1-2 pitch. This is down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, entering today, he hadn't given up a run in his last 9 innings. The last team to score against Shaver was Newberry on March 25th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander turns it loose, and Caricato strikes out swinging. Way out in front of that one. And Shaver gets his 3rd punch out. Well, Shaver grew up right down the road from Mossy Creek, and this will be the final time that he'll toe this slab in his career. All told, he has 8 wins, 7 saves, and he's closing in on 200 career strikeouts. 2-2 game in the 3rd. Runner at first and 1 out. Shaver will throw in that direction and back safely as Laskowski. Well, not that LR necessarily has needed to steal bases this weekend, but combined, these teams have only attempted 3 steals. Shaver pitches, and McPeak fouls one back. I think that might have caught the right shoulder of Bright. This is an LR team that's really good at stealing bases as well. Haven't been caught all that many times, and one of the league leaders in the area, much like they are almost every single offensive category. 1 strike and nothing here to McPeak. The pitch misses low. 1-1. McPeak, a strikeout victim, back in the 1st. Well, Shaver trying to do something that neither side has done in this game, and that's put up a 0 in an inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shaver fires, and McPeak skies it. First base side, and this one will get out of play back into the seats and just beyond the bleachers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was pitch number 50 for Shaver. Well, even if you look at game number 1 here today, Carson-Newman scored in 6 of the 8 innings in which they hit. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off down the right field line. Potts giving chase, still giving chase. And this one gets out of play again. 1-2. And holding. In 18 innings, Lenoir-Rhyne's had the big inning. They've scored 3 runs in an inning on 4 separate occasions so far this weekend. And Carson-Newman's bullpen has been its strongest suit so far. The starters have been hit up for 15 of the 20 runs entering this game. Another throw to first. Laskowski again back. Shaver pauses. Now pitches. And here's a fly ball hit out towards right center field. McLean coming on. His hat flies off. He makes the catch in the alleyway. That retires McPeak. And there's 2 outs. Laskowski back to first base. And here's Wade Kuda. Ground out to third to end the threat in the first. Each team with a pair of runs so far. LR out hitting Carson-Newman by 3-2 tally. Infield and outfield shift to both the left side. Shaver picks to first. Well, you have to keep an eye on Laskowski now. You would think if there's ever a time for him to take off, it might be here, although Kuda with double-digit home runs for the second straight season can leave the yard at any point. And another throw to first base. Not a whole lot of oomph on those. Shaver just lightly tossing it to first. Oh boy, it's turned into a great day today. The pitch to Kuda is chopped third base side foul. 1 strike and nothing. When you woke up this morning, it was rainy overhead. It was cloudy. And now it's 72 degrees and nearly pristine sunny skies overhead and a few cotton ball looking clouds over top. Winds at 3 to 5 miles per hour. 1 strike pitch. High. 1-1. And a lot of the fans here at the ballpark that were in maybe light jackets or sweatshirts to start the day have shedded those. Shaver's 1-1. Kuda hits it high in the air down the left field line. Hustling on and over is Williams in fair ground. Straddling the line. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So a leadoff single never moves from first base, and Shaver puts up a 0. Carson-Newman has a chance for its first lead. We're tied at 2. Headed to the bottom of the third here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Top of Carson-Newman's lineup coming to the plate here in the bottom of the third inning. Each team has 2 runs, and the Eagles trying to score for a third straight inning. Williams, a ground out his first time up, squares the bunt here, and he takes an over-the-top breaking ball from Lanham for strike 1. Joshua came off of one of his best starts of his career, and that's saying something. Went 7 innings of one-hit baseball against Tusculum last weekend as he pitches and misses low to even the count at 1-1 strike. He's racked up strikeouts at high consistencies, but hasn't struck out 10 in a game yet this year. The 1-1 pitch. Williams bunts it, but foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lanham has had issues with walks. He's walked multiple batters in every outing since March started. But when you miss bats at the frequency that he does, typically not an issue. The 1-2 off the plate. Tried the changeup. Spun down and away. 2-2. That's a great crowd here at the ballpark. It's an easy drive over from Hickory as well. Particularly when the weather's nice because you don't have to worry about the mountains. The 2-2. Bounced slowly on one high hop. Lanham picks third base side. He throws low, but it's plucked out of there by McPeak. And that retires Spencer Williams to start the third inning. So here's Will Gibbs. Gibbs walked, stole second, and scored on Mitch Ballin's 2-out double in the first. Tied at 2 here in the third. Lanham's right-hand pitch stays high and tight. That was number 37 of the day for Lanham, and 25 have been strikes. Well, this is what makes Lenoir-Rhyne such a difficult team to play against. You have 3 bona fide, strong starting pitchers. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Entering this weekend, the starters were 16-3 amongst this weekend trio with a 3.22 ERA. 1-1 pitch. Gibbs slices it down the right field line, but foul. And the count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Carson-Newman scored 4 times against Andrew Patrick over 6 innings yesterday and got 5 in 5 innings against Jackson Reed in Game 1 today. And they have 2 so far against Lanham. His 1-2 pitch. Gibbs chops it to third base. Backhanded behind the bag by Maxwell. A long throw to first, but it's in time to get Gibbs by a step. Back-to-back ground outs. In fact, all of the outs other than 1 that have been put in play have been ground outs. Lanham also has 1 strikeout. And with 2 outs and nobody aboard, here's James Denton. He struck out in the first inning, and he's had a great weekend. We're tied at 2 here in the third in the series finale. Up for grabs here today. The pitch drifts off the plate away. Ball 1. Right-hander coming set and bringing it up there. And that stays high. And it counts 2 balls and no strikes. Now you look at how the league looks right now. Lenoir-Rhyne and Wingate both at 15-5. Here's the pitch. Drifts down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Newberry at 15-4. And, of course, Lenoir-Rhyne and Newberry will face off next weekend in Hickory. And that'll be a monster one. The 3-0 to Denton is on the outside corner for a called strike. 3-1. 2 outs and nobody aboard. Lanham pitches. Denton hits it sharply back up the middle. It's off of the glove of Evans and squirts into center field. That'll be an error on Evans, and it'll keep the inning rolling along. Second error of the day for LR. And Denton now at first base, and here's Mitch Ballin. Broke out of a 0-for-8 swoon with a double with 2 outs in the first to bring in the run. Lanham's pitch is a swing and a bouncer, third base side foul. Well, one thing that we know about Ballin that we've seen all season long is he's aggressive early in counts. Very rarely this year do you see him not swing, or at least think about swinging at that first pitch. 1 strike offering. Ballin stays back on a breaking ball and flies it foul off of first. 0-2 and holding. Eagles tied the score 3 different times in game number 1 here today after trailing early and often. Here's the 0-2. Denton takes off. Balance squibs one, third base side. Foul once more. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Lanham pitches. Ballant to third base on 2 nice hops into Maxwell's glove. He throws out Ballant, and that ends the inning. So the error doesn't come back to hurt LR at all. Eagles strand their first man of the day, and they also fail to score for the first time today. We're through the first 3 innings of the rubber matchup of this series. We're tied at 2 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Bryce Stober leads off for Lenoir-Rhyne here in the top of the 4th inning. Shaver's first pitch. Fastball at the knees, outside corner for a strike, 0-1. We're tied at 2 in a series that is tied at 1. 1 strike and nothing to count. Shaver kicks and fires, and Stober grounds it out to second. Gibbs charges, makes the play, throws to first, and that gets Stober. And that is the first time that Stober has been retired in this game, and just the 3rd time in the series, with 7 for 9 prior to that. And for the first time today, LR doesn't get the leadoff man on base. Here's Zach Evans, was hit by a pitch his first time up, and Shaver starts him with a slider at the knees. 2-2 score here in the 4th. Shaver into his motion, and the right-hander kicks the left leg and fires and spins a slider on the inner half for a strike to get ahead at 0-2. Oh, and Shaver's at his best. This is what it looks like. He's quick and in a rocking chair. The 0-2. This one hit sharply over a leaping Gibson into left center field, a base hit. Evans hangs around first and stops there as McLean gets to it, and on an 0-2 pitch, Evans with a base knock, just his 2nd hit of the series. 4th hit of the day for Lenoir-Rhyne, and Mason Maxwell will dig in. Right-hand pitcher, Tyler Shaver pitches, and the left-hand hitter is hit by the pitch on a slider down and in. He draws the free pass. And just when it looked like this inning was firmly in Shaver's control, all of a sudden, runners at first and second base with 1 out. He was ahead 0-2 on Evans, remember. And now Ethan Smith, who has struck out so far in the game, will climb into the box. One out, 2 on. Shaver against this left-handed hitter. Right-hander checks second and pitches, and that one gets yanked down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Lenoir-Rhyne entering this weekend had 32 homers on the road in 16 games. So 2 homers per road game, and they've stuck with that this series. The 1-0. Smith hits it foul down the left field line. Bose will give it a glance, but this one ends up out of play. They now have 17 multi-home run games. And what's crazy about it, they failed to hit a home run 8 times this year. They've won 7 of those 8 games. So they can get it done in a multitude of ways. The 1-1. High and away on a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Well, we're in the 4th inning. You got to remember, this is a 7-inning series finale. So there's not a lot of time left in this one, and the Eagles trying to get their starter through this. The 2-1. High again. 3 balls and a strike. They struck out Smith the first time around. And with Bean awaiting in the on-deck circle, can ill afford to lose Smith, and now Carson-Newman is going to make a pitching change. So we'll tell you about the new pitcher. Tied at 2 here in the 4th, here in just a moment.
Pitching for Carson-Newman, number 24, Jackson-Newman.
Well, Jackson Harbin that gets summoned by pitching coach Travis Tingle as the Eagles turn it over into the bullpen. And the bullpen's been good this weekend. Harbin making his 17th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 6.27 ERA. He does inherit a 3-ball and 1-strike count, however. And with 2 men on and just 1 out in the top of the order, looming in the on-deck circle. Harbin pitches. And he gets one at the knees for a strike. Runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, this is an interesting 3-2 pitch now. And a payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. How about Jackson Harbin coming in? He inherits a 3-1 count. It doesn't matter. He gets a punch out. And now here comes Blake Bean. And boy, this is a tough matchup. He's got a home run on a leadoff shot, and he's grounded to short. And Bean's had just a dynamic season. First pitch to him is a curveball that flies in there at the knees for strike 1. Bean has now hit safely in 11 consecutive games. And he has hits now in 26 of his last 28. The 0-1. Bean shoots it down left field line. Foul. It was a fastball off the plate. He got the bat head out there and flew it down the line. Well, Harbin's ahead at 0-2. Is it that curveball that he likes? Or does he go to the fastball? Here's the 0-2. It is the curveball. Bean a liner to first. Denton squeezes it right in front of his left ankle as he went down to a knee to snare it. And Jackson Harbin, dynamic out of the bullpen. The Bears have left 5 on base. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Can the Eagles go on top against Josh Lanham? Tied at 2 through 3.5.
Your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Joshua Lanham back to work in the fourth, and his first pitch to the right-handed hitting Zach Bowes is right down the middle for a called strike. That was pitch number 50 for Lanham. And boy, you let him settle down. Very difficult to go against. Bowes leads off, a ground out to second, his only time up, and he chops this one foul as he falls into an 0-2 hole. Well, Bowes last year against Lanham was 0 out of 3. A couple ground outs and a pop out. And looking to ignite Carson-Newman's offense here in the fourth. The 0-2. Bounces up there, tried the change up. Bowes doesn't offer. 1-2. Lanham fires the 1-2. Bowes hits one high in the air down the left field line, but that's a foul ball. Well, that's one of the better swings that he has had in a long time. And that ball was yanked down into the corner, but always going foul. Count holds it a ball and 2 strikes. Lanham gets something from Stober. The 1-2. Bowes fillets one foul again. This one off of first. Well, Zach Bowes, a multi-hit game in game 1 today. It was the first multi-hit game for Bowes since the series opener at Limestone on March 18th. He had a good chunk of them earlier in the season, but just has hit a little bit of a skid and trying to stay hot as he looks at ball 2 down and away. Lanham throws a fastball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good at bat here for Bowes to start off the fourth. Lanham pitches, and Bowes spikes one into the ground. Out to short, takes a nice high hop into Evans. He throws on the run off of that left foot over to first. And that retires Bowes, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So now Ryan Potts, who grounded out to Lanham in his only trip so far, will step into the box and get his turn. Righty against right-hand batter. Lanham delivers, and he throws that one into the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Carson-Newman trying to get some offense cooking. The Eagles have 2 hits today, a combined 6 hits between the clubs. The 1-0 misses down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Lanham has walked just 1. And when he's throwing strikes at this rate, he's very difficult to beat. Here's the 2-0. That's down and in, right on the back right shoe of Potts. 3 balls and no strikes. Lanham's next pitch will be his 60th of the afternoon. Lanham set, the 3-0. Right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. Well, he's thrown 40 of his first 60 for strikes. Eagles, though, have had a base runner in every inning thus far. 3-1 pitch. Potts takes low. There's ball 4, and the Eagles have a base runner as Lanham walks his 2nd of the day. So 1 out base runner for Dalton McLean, who has 4 hits this weekend, including hits in 3 consecutive at-bats. 2-2 game here in the last of the 4th. The series on the line today. Lanham stretches, pitches, and that nearly hit the back shoe as well of McLean, missing inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, runs have been at a premium for Carson-Newman ever since Trey Miller was injured. Throw to first base, Potts back, didn't have a very big lead. When Miller saw his wrist get fractured against LMU, I mean, Carson-Newman won every game of that LMU series by a run. Here's the 1-0. McLean spikes it into the hole at short. Sliding stop by Evans. Throws the second for the out there. That is the only out that they get. It's a fielder's choice. Potts is out 6-4. And McLean now takes over at first base.
The two-out batter is number 21, Aiden Gibson.
So now Aiden Gibson had a sacrifice fly to tie the score at 2 in the second. And that's where we stand right now at 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Great to have you with us here in the series finale. A right-hander pitches, and that misses high and tight for ball 1. Well, Wingate takes game 1 and 2 against Newberry. They get Wise next weekend. Carson-Newman has not seen a deficit of more than 3 games in the league standings all year long. 1 ball and no strikes. There goes the runner from first. Gibson fouls it off right at the plate. And the count holds it a ball and a strike. Well, Carson-Newman had only attempted 1 steal in this series when Cole Stanford was back there. They've swiped 2 so far in this game. McLean has 1 of them. As tied Miller for the team lead with 10. He takes off again. Pitch is taken low. Stober's throw down. Not in time once more. Well, Carson-Newman senses that with Stober back behind the plate, who had started the first couple games in the outfield and right, they have their fair share of chances, and I wonder how much that can be on Lanham as well with his motion to the plate. Counts at 2-1 here to Gibson. Runner at second base in a 2-2 game. Lanham's 2-1. Curveball misses down and in, and it's 3 balls and a strike. This has been an exhaustive inning here for Lanham. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and Carson-Newman's fouled a bunch off. Three balls and a strike here to Gibson. A check a second, twist, throws, and McLean back. Two runs, 4 base hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on base for LR. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 left on base for CN. Lanham has a sign from Stober. Here's the 3-1. Gibson in the hole at short. Diving effort by Evans. Throws it over to first base. That's in time. He gets Gibson by a step, and Evans flashes the leather in the inning, and the Eagles strand a man in scoring position in the frame. We're through 4. We got a good one cooking. The pitchers showing out well right now. We go to the 5th, tied at 2 on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Leading off the 5th, number 13, Cole Wiskowski.
Jackson Hardman will come back out onto the slab, and he will face off against 2, 3, and 4 in this LR lineup. Tied at 2 here in the 5th. Cole Wiskowski takes a fastball low and away for ball 1. Laskowski, 1 out of 2 so far on the day as he can close the book on Tyler Shaver. 3 1/3 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts and a walk. And the 1-0 pitch stays off the plate away. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Harbin delivers and tries the curveball on 2-0, and it misses low. 3-0 the count. Well, we only got 3 more innings of regulation of this one. This is a big 5th inning of work here for Harbin. 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. 3-1. Oh, this big crowd here today has hung around all day long. The 3-1. On the outside corner with another fastball, and it's 3-2. Tied at 2 here in the 5th. Harbin pitches, and Laskowski down swinging. Well, Harbin's done some of his best work when he's been behind in the count. Remember, he came in with a count at 3-1, and now he falls behind Laskowski 3-0 and gets his second punch out. So here's Sal Caricato. Shaver struck him out in the 3rd, ending a streak of 5 straight walks. And the first pitch curveball bounces in the dirt and rolls back to the netting for ball 1. We're tied at 2 here in the 5th. Caricato has a home run this weekend. Harbin pitches, and that pitch misses away, 2-0. I think Caricato is a great example of modern-day baseball thinking. You might look at his traditional numbers. He's 1 out of 7 at the plate and think that he hasn't been that productive, as this pitch is a fastball on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Granted, one of those, or his only hit, is a 3-run home run, but he's walked 5 times. So his on-base percentage has been great. The 2-1 is a curveball on the inside corner for strike 2. It's 2-2. And that's the value that Caricato has carried this weekend. But 2-2 here as Harbin's ready. He pitches, tries to beat him with a fastball, and it's penciled off the front of the face mask of Spencer Bright. Just got it right off the edge of the barrel. It clipped him right in the mask. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harbin delivers. And Caricato laid on another fastball. Hits it foul off of first. Carson-Newman's outfield is playing deep. The infield back. 2-2 the count. Harbin delivers. And Caricato ropes one down the left field line, but that hook's foul as it bangs off the fencing down there. It looked like that was that curveball that time around, and Caricato did a good job of laying back on it and just absolutely hammering it down the line. Two balls and 2 strikes. Harbin pitches. That drops down and away on another curveball. 3-2 with 1 out, nobody aboard. Well, Harbin has 2 strikeouts on 3-2 pitches. Here's a payoff. And Caricato ropes it just past the glove of a sprawling to his left. Zach Bowes at 3rd and into left field for a base hit. Well, you felt Caricato was pretty comfortable the whole time there. The way that he was able to spoil pitches, and eventually he straightens one out for the 5th hit of the day. Bears have 5 hits. All of them have been in different innings. They hit in each of the first 5. So Tyler McPeak stands in. He's 0 out of 2. Harbin pitches and starts with a fastball right down the middle for a strike. We're tied at 2 here in the 5th. Bears out hitting the Eagles 5-2. 0-1. Hit foul down the right field line, out of play. Harbin gets ahead at 0-2. Well, LR still has some of its elite relievers available, including Luke Elmore, Gavin Marley. The 0-2 stays inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carson-Newman on the other side. Really just Hunter Harrington of their solid relievers. The 1-2. Off the plate on a fastball. Tried to get McPeak to chase. He didn't. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. On the outside corner with a curveball. He drops the hammer on him. And it's strike 3 and punch out number 3 for Harbin. This is good work here from the senior, and likely his final time at Carson-Newman. And Wade Kuda, who's 0 out of 2 so far today. A runner at first base, 2 outs in the 5th, tied at 2. Harbin pitches, and an over-the-top curveball is in there for strike 1. Well, Carson-Newman has tried to pound him with breaking balls, and if they do throw the fastball, they want to really elevate it. 1 strike pitch. This fastball is fouled straight back. Kuda felt like he had a pretty good swing on that one. And the count's at no balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's been a pretty symmetrical game so far. A run for each team in the first 2 innings. No runs in the 3rd and the 4th. The 0-2. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harbin's 1-2. On the... Wow, I have no idea where that missed. Wow. All right, that looked right at the knees on the outside corner, and Harbin didn't get the call. I guess maybe a little low. It doesn't matter, though, as he throws a curveball that Kuda swings and misses. And that is strike 3. How about Jackson Harbin? He's got 4 strikeouts, and he works around a 1-out single. Now the question is, can Carson-Newman's offense kick into gear? The Eagles have 2 base runners in the last 2 innings, and we're tied at 2 in the series finale. One team will walk away with a series win. And tied at 2, we'll go to the last of the 5th on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Joshua Lanham is back out for the bottom of the 5th inning, and in a 2-2 ball game, he'll see a new hitter. It'll be Luke Goforth. It's a pinch hit for Spencer Bright in the lineup here in this bottom of the 5th inning. So Goforth, the pinch hit for Bright against Lanham, who's been really good through 4 innings, 2 hits allowed, and the right-hander's first pitch to Goforth is in there for a strike. Well, Spencer Bright broke out of an 0 out of 20 hole with a single in game number 1 today. Goforth is currently in an 0 out of 14 hole. 1 strike pitch. Over the top curveball stays high. That was pitch number 70 now for Lanham. One ball and 1 strike to count. The pitch on the inside corner again with a breaking ball. It's 1-2. Well, this is the luxury that very few teams at this level have. A starting pitcher that can go 5+ innings. It's happened in every game so far this weekend for LR. The pitch. Goforth lunges at 1, hits it off the end of the bat, off of the hand of Lanham to second base. Laskowski. Goforth hustles down the line, and indeed he does break out of his 0 of 14 hole with an infield single. Lanham nearly had a bare hand play at that one. So that's an infield single for Goforth. And now here comes Chris Ramirez out of the dugout. And let's see, will he make a change? Indeed he will. So just as I say that you can get a pitcher to go 5+ innings, Lanham's day is done. And because LR's been able to hold down their bullpen, they'll go to the pen. 2-2 game here in the 5th. Step out for a break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. Shopseeandeagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at shopseeandeagles.com. Visit today.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. Milo! I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard, or thinking about it, that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your spectrum.
Next, 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Chris Ramirez turns it over to the bullpen, and it will be a right-hander and the team's leader in saves this season. Coming on in relief for the 17th time this year, 6'1", 190-pound right-hander, Braden Houston. Houston, though, has given up runs in 4 of his last 6 outings. Granted, he struck out multiple batters in all of those efforts. He enters after Lanham gives up a leadoff single to Luke Goforth, and Spencer Williams, who's 0 for 2, is at the plate. Right-hand pitcher and left-hand batter in a 2-2 game in the 5th. Williams bunts one, but foul. Well, Carson-Newman leads the country in sacrifice bunts. But if you can't execute those right now, it's going to be difficult to get runs against the back end of this Lenoir-Rhyne bullpen. Well, Houston this season had a great start to the year. He gave just 1 earned run through the first week of March. The 0-1. Williams pushes a bunt, third base side. It has some backspin on it. Stober picks, and he throws it down to first base to get the out. That's a very nice play by Stober. Had to field that one quickly. It's a 2-3 sacrifice bunt. Goforth takes off for second. And now here's Will Gibbs in a 2-2 game in the 5th. Go-ahead run standing out there at second base. Houston pauses. Looks at second and pitches. Gibbs squares the bunt, and the tailing slider misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. We're deadlocked at 2 apiece. Carson-Newman has been great against the Bears. Overall, in the history, the Eagles have won 13 of the last 16 series here at Mossy Creek. The 1-0. Gibbs fouls it off first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson-Newman hasn't won a series against a top 25 team since they beat Northwood in this ballpark 5 years ago. They haven't beaten a ranked conference foe in a series in 10 years. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander readies and fires. And Gibbs flies 1 foul, again down the right field line. This one will end up out of play. Carson-Newman's lone series win, our last series win against the top 25 ranked conference team was Tusculum, 19th ranked in 2013. They swept that one. Here's the 1-2 coming from Houston. Runner takes off, stops, Gibbs, bounces it back up the middle. Laskowski to his right, picks it, throws to first base. Not in time. Gibbs beats it out. Goforth over to third base. And the Eagles have him at the corners as Gibbs has another infield single. That ball was oh so close to perhaps sneaking its way into center field. Well, Houston on in relief of Lanham. And now the left-handed hitting James Denton. 0 out of 2 today, but 4 hits this weekend. Tied at 2 in the 5th. Right-hander Houston pitches, and Denton chops one over the mound, off the glove of Houston. Goforth coming in. He scores. The underhand throw to first from Laskowski gets the out, but Carson-Newman's in front for the first time in the game, leading it 3-2. Gibbs to second. Another RBI this weekend for Denton. He's got 4 of them now. And the Eagles able to get the runner in. Now Mitch Ballant with 2 outs. He's already produced with 2 outs, and Gibbs at second base. An RBI double. 3-2 here in the 5th. Ballant, 1 out of 2 in the game. Houston straightens up. Right-hander checks second base. Now turns it loose. And a fastball right underneath the hands misses for ball 1. We can close the book right there on Josh Lanham. 4 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, a season low in the category. One ball and no strikes. Houston looks at second. He pitches, and Ballant rolls over one up the third baseline. Foul. Lanham threw 72 pitches as well on the day. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here to Ballant. Eagles on top by a run. Houston looks at second. He pitches, and that twists down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Carson-Newman out in front by a run. They've scored the last 2 in the game after falling behind 2-1. Houston gets the sign from Stober. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ballant flies at foul off of first base. Count holds now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Stober will trot out to the mound to have a word here with Houston. Well, both of these teams came in this weekend having lost just 1 conference series this year. Lenoir-Rhyne's conference series loss was Wingate. LR was swept by the Bulldogs back in March. And, of course, Wingate was all fired up for that one after losing the conference tournament final last year. The Bears winning 2 games on Championship Monday. 2 balls and 2 strikes after the chat. Houston stretches and delivers. And Ballant jammed on one, fists it out towards short. Takes a weird hop, barehanded by Evans. Throw to first, not in time. 3rd hit of the inning for the Eagles. Gibbs stays at second base. I mean, that ball nearly hit the fists of Ballant. He's got his 2nd hit of the day. So with runners at first and second, here's Zach Bose. 0 for 2. And the Eagles have not hit a ball out of the infield in this inning, but have 3 hits. Houston delivers, and Bose swings right through a slider. One strike and nothing to count. 2 men on and 2 outs. Houston glances at second and pitches, and Bose swings and misses on a changeup. So Bose now in a no ball and 2 strike hole here. Can he come up with a 2 strike hit? The right-hander glances down for the sign. Bose levels the bat a few times. And now, time called and a violation will be a ball, so it's 2-2. Check that, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. There goes the runner from second. Bose swings at the 1-2 pitch, flies it to center field, and a routine play for Kuda to end the inning. But the Eagles have taken the lead. Carson-Newman manufactures a run in the 5th. And we head to the 6th inning. Eagles on top, 3-2. And it's Hunter Harrington coming out of the Carson-Newman bullpen when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Several changes for Carson-Newman. Behind the plate is Frankie Delgado. He replaces Luke Goforth, who pinch hit in the 5th inning and scored the go-ahead run. Ben Wilcoxon enters the game at 3rd. And now Hunter Harrington is on the mound here in the 6th with Carson-Newman leading it 3-2. Bryce Stober at the plate, and Harrington pushes a first pitch fastball off the inner half for ball 1. Harrington making his 15th appearance of the year. He's 4-1 with a 4.5 ERA. The 1-0 pitch. Stober back up the middle. He slips coming out of the box. Gibson plucks, throws low to first, and it's plucked out of there on a hop by James Denton. That play had a little bit of everything in it. It was a slow roller back up the box. Stober slipped. He's retired for the second consecutive plate appearances for the first time this series. And then Gibson had to wait a long time on it. And he had the second base bag picked, and Denton did a good job off of a hop playing it. Now here's Zach Evans, and Harrington starts him with a fastball up. 1 ball, no strikes. Harrington pitching for the second time this week, the 1-0. At the bottom of the zone for a strike, 1-1. Through 2 scoreless innings at Anderson on Monday. Carson-Newman split that series, 5-3 in both. 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball out to short again. This takes a nice chest-high hop. Gibson's throw to first in plenty of time to get Evans. And with 2 outs and nobody aboard, we'll get a pinch hitter again. It's going to be Eli Willen to pinch hit. Willen hit a 2-run home run in the 9th inning of Game 1 here this afternoon that made it 9-8. So Willen will pinch hit for the 3rd time this weekend. Eagles haven't retired him. He's walked. He's hit that home run. And here in the 6th with nobody on, and Carson-Newman leading at 3-2. Willen, left-hand hitter at the plate. Harrison pitches. And that's a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Well, Harrington kind of has that reverse split about him. He's got a good changeup that can really throw off left-hand hitters. Here's the 0-1. Willen lines it out to right field. He's got himself another hit. This one's going to go for extra bases as it one-hops the fence in right center. Willen to second base. He's in there with a pinch hit. 2-base hit. So now we get another pinch hitter as well. And Cole Stanford. So Stanford will pinch hit. He has seen some time in this series so far. Behind the plate, started the first 2 games at catcher. And so far this weekend, he's 2 out of 10. And with 2 outs and a runner at second base, the tying run. Harrington readies and pitches. And a swing and a miss. And that was not a very good swing at all from Stan. And he knew it. I mean, he got all sorts of tied up on a pitch inside. Finished with one hand around, just couldn't lay off as he was trying to check his swing. 1-strike pitch, and here's a ground ball out to second base. It's picked up by Gibbs. He throws out Stanford, and that ends the inning. So the 2-out double from Willen goes by the wayside, and we've played 5.5. Eagles will try to add on to a 3-2 lead going to the bottom of the 6th on the Eagle Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Changes for Lenoir-Rhyne. Cole Stanford stays in the game. He's behind the plate. Cole Nelson enters the game. He's at third base. And Bryce Stober is the new right fielder after starting this game behind the dish. And here in the bottom of the sixth inning, Carson-Newman can add to a 3-2 lead. And they'll have to do it against Braden Houston. Here in this frame, Carson-Newman leads by a run and trying to seal up a series win. Houston kicks the leg and pitches and starts him with a bender at the knees for strike one call. Potts today, a ground out to the mound and a walk in his two journeys. Oh, and 1 the count. The right-hander pitches, and Potts swings and misses on a changeup down and away. Carson-Newman leads it by a run after being shelled yesterday behind 12-4. Giving up the game's first 9 runs, looking to win the series as Potts swings and misses on a pitch down. Good changeups right there by Houston. Had Potts fooled the entire time. He's down swinging. Just the second punch-out by LR pitching here in this game. And this is a team that is 4th in the country in strikeouts per 9 innings. And here's Dalton McClain, a single and a ground out. First pitch to him from Houston is a line smash past the diving shortstop Evans and into left field for a base hit. Boy, McClain really starting to light things up at the dish. He's got a multi-hit game for the second time today. Right-hand pitcher now ready to go to work here on the right-hand hitting Aiden Gibson. Houston pitches, and there's a slider on the outside corner for strike one call. Gibson today, a sacrifice fly and a ground out to short. Right-hander looking at first and pitching. Now, with Stanford back behind the plate, Carson-Newman's running game probably will not be in effect. Strike two called on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes to count here to Gibson. Houston has the sign. He pitches, and Gibson bounces it right back to the mound. Throw to second for 1, over to first base. That is a double play ball. 1-4-3 on the twin killing, and that ends the frame. Eagles get a hit, but they send the minimum to the plate. We go to the 7th. Carson-Newman will try to win the series when we come back. 3-2 lead to the 7th we go on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Hunter Harrington will try to shut the door. Eagles lead it 3-2 here in the 7th inning. And it'll be Blake Bean to start it off. He hit a home run to lead off the game. He's got 2 of them in the series. 17 for the year. And with the Eagles on top by just a run, there's no margin of error. Harrington back out for a second inning of work, and Bean fouls the first pitch off. It was a 9-pitch 8th inning for Harrington. 1 strike and nothing. Near the count to Bean. Righty against left-hand batter. Harrington's ready, the 0-1. Just dipped below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson-Newman looking to finish the home slate this year 10-2 against the league. 1-1. High pop-up, left side, shallow left center. McLean coming on. Williams calling him off, and it's the left fielder that makes the grab in left center field to retire Bean, and the Eagles a third of the way home. And now it'll be Cole Laskowski. 1 for 3 here on the weekend. Laskowski will hit here at the ballpark, and he bounces one out to short. Gibson, a nice hop, throws to first, and the Eagles are an out away from sealing the series. And it'll be on Sal Caricato.
The 2-out batter is number 32, Sal Caricato.
So Caricato will try to wrap it up and keep this thing going along. And Hunter Harrington will try to slam the door shut. The pitch is in there for strike 1 called. The right-hand pitcher looking down the barrel for the sign. The 1-strike pitch high on this breaking ball. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Caricato today, a walk, a strikeout, and a single. 3-2 Eagles here in the 7th. Right-hander set and pitching. And Caricato pops it up. This one's out of play off of first base. And the count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the fans here at the ballpark sensing the end is near. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harrington pitches. Bouncing ball over the mound. To his right goes Gibbs. Picks, throws on the run to first. It's not in time. Infield single from Caricato. Gets the tying run aboard. Well, for symmetrical purposes, that keeps things exactly in line with how this game has gone. A hit in every inning.
Now batting number 35, Tyler McPeak.
Holloway will pinch run over at first base. And now Harrington against McPeak. The pitch. McPeak back up the middle. To his right, Gibbs. Picks to second. Gibson doesn't get his foot over there. It's an infield single. Everybody's safe. And with 2 outs, Wade Kuda will get a chance. And now we might get another pinch runner as well. So another pinch runner. So now Hunter Harrington against Wade Kuda in a 1-run game in the 7th. The pitch is a swing and miss. One strike and nothing to count. The pitch. Grounded in the hole into left field, a base hit. Around third base comes Holloway. The throw to the plate is not in time, and we are tied at 3. Wade Kuda comes up clutch. And that allowed the runner to head over to third base as well. So 3 hits here in the inning. The tying run comes in to score. So here's Stober, Harrison pitching, and Stober grounds it up the middle. Gibson picks, underhands to second, and that ends the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. We're back to the Silverdown Baseball Complex when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
Playing first base, number 27, Hogan Stalling.
So LR comes back to tie the score at 3 apiece down to their final out in the 7th. And here we go into the bottom of the 7th inning. And Carson-Newman will have Frankie Delgado to lead it off for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 7th against Braden Houston. As Houston tries to keep this thing knotted up and headed into extra innings. The first pitch, Delgado, the left-hand hitter, takes a breaking ball down for ball 1. Delgado. The left-hand hitter awaits the pitch. And the right-hander kicks the leg and fires, and Delgado takes another pitch down. It's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. The right-hander has the sign, and he kicks and fires, and he misses down and away. The Eagles would love to get the leadoff man aboard here in this 7th inning. Houston dials in the sign. Tied at 3 in the 7th. The pitch on the outside corner of the fastball. And the count now at 3 balls and a strike here to Delgado. Third different man to occupy the bottom spot in the lineup, the 3-1. Another fastball is on the inner half, 3-2. Well, you certainly know that Houston is going to come at Delgado here on a 3-2 pitch. He probably thinks to himself that he's been messing around with breaking pitches a lot. And now here's the 3-2. And he misses high, ball 4. And the Eagles have the winning run aboard. And Carson-Newman will bring in Trey Miller to pinch run as well.
Now pinch running at first base, number 7, Trey Miller. At the plate, number 26, Spencer Williams.
So Miller will pinch run. He's got that broken left wrist, so he's got a big old pad on that one. And here in a 3-3 game in the 7th. A right-hander against Williams. Will throw over to first to check on Miller. Well, Miller is a great stolen base weapon. He has swiped 10 bags. He's only been caught stealing 3 times. Right-hander against left-hand batter. Houston kicks, fires. Williams squares the bunt and takes the ball down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, it's been a great crowd here all weekend. And in the finale, they have been treated to great baseball all day. It was a nip and tuck, back and forth, tight opening game of the doubleheader today. And it's been nothing but the same here in Game 2. The 1-0. Williams pops a bunt, third base side. Effort, diving, great catch by Nelson at third base. And the Eagles, yet again, cannot get it done. And now they're saying that Nelson, his momentum carried him into the dugout. So it'll be a fly out to third. Let's take another look from a different angle, see if we can take a look at this. The catch was made, and indeed, he went into the dugout. And, I mean, that's not by much. I mean, that is fractions. I mean, Carson-Newman players really didn't move. So, even though Williams can't get the sacrifice bunt down, he is able to get to second base. And now here's Will Gibbs. Tied at 3, 1 out into the 7th. Houston pauses. He pitches, and Gibbs takes a changeup on the inside corner for strike 1. So Miller out at second represents the winning run. 1 strike and nothing to count. Houston checks second base. He pitches, and Gibbs takes a fastball right down the middle. It's 0-2. Well, there's a huge hole on the right side of the infield that time around, too. I mean, the second baseman, Laskowski, was trying to keep Miller close, and that's where Gibbs likes to shoot the ball to right field. 3-3 in the 7th. Here's the 0-2. And Gibbs bounces one back up the middle. To his left, Evans picks, throws it to first. That is not in time. Miller over to third base, and with 1 out here in the 7th, the Eagles have the winning run 90 feet away. That'll be an infield single for Gibbs. He hustled down the line. Miller alertly took off for third. And now here comes James Denton with a chance to be the hero. 7th hit of the game for the Eagles. How about this, though, for Houston? Houston has given up 4 hits. 3 of them, or check that, of Carson-Newman's last 5 hits, 4 have been infield singles. And now Cole Stanford will head out to the mound to have a word. Well, here's where, if you're Lenoir-Rhyne, the questions are going to come into play. Do you bring the entirety of the infield in? Do you play for the double play ball? Right now, the middle infield is back. Well, the fans trying to bring the enthusiasm to the ballpark that we're not getting from the music right now. And now Chris Ramirez is out of the dugout, and let's see what we're going to get here. Well, it looks as if they're going to bring in a 5th infielder. Michael Missenheimer is going to come in. So he's going to take the spot of Bryce Stober. So Lenoir-Rhyne is going to intentionally walk Denton, which really you have to do to be able to get a force out at every bag. And Mitchell Ballin is going to be the man coming to the plate. So the bases are loaded. 1 out. There are 5 infielders. Missenheimer has taken over as the 5th infielder, and he's playing to the shortstop spot. He's splitting the shortstop and the third baseman in half. So here comes the right-hander Houston ready to go. He pitches, and Ballant swings and pops it up. Will this one stay in play? Hustling over, up along the fencing, and the catch is made. Here comes Miller to the plate. The throw-in! Bobbled by Stanford! Miller with a heads-up base-running play scores the winning run. Carson-Newman gets a win over a top 15 team and takes the series 2 out of 3. How about that play by Miller? What a moment on a shallow pop-up towards first. The play was made, but because you have to traverse the hill, you come down the hill. Did the new first baseman Stalin, and he couldn't get a good throw on it. And Miller was able to get in as Stanford couldn't handle it, and Carson-Newman walks it off. And in the final home game of the regular season, the Eagles take 2 out of 3 against the 15th ranked Bears. The final score, 4-3, Carson-Newman victorious. What a performance to end this one. The Eagles take 2 out of 3 against the Bears. And Carson-Newman wins it 4-3. The Eagles win it in dramatic fashion. And Carson-Newman proves to be victorious here today, taking 2 out of 3 against the Bears. And that wraps things up here on the Eagles Sports Network for this one. For our entire crew here today, Carson-Newman victorious 4-3 over LR in what a thrilling day of baseball. 9-8 in game 1. 4-3 in walk-off fashion in game number 2. And the Eagles take down the Bears by a run. Stay tuned in to seeaneagles.com for highlights, reaction, and all of the information regarding this matchup and our future broadcasts. Carson-Newman wins 4-3. We'll talk to you again down the line. Thanks so much for tuning in to Carson-Newman Baseball this season here on these very networks. The Eagles win it by a final score of 4-3. Good night, everybody.